What do you think about Heinz versus Hunt's ketchup?
What's up?
What do you think about Heinz versus Hunt's ketchup? You ever had Hunt's?
I'm a Heinz fan.
Yeah, I knew you would be.
Are you a Heinz fan?
No, I was just talking about how I hated them in a slightly, it sounded racist, actually, but it wasn't.
Forrest is very Heinz.
Yeah, I'm very Heinz to the people around me.
You're very, what does that even mean?
It's like kind.
Oh, okay.
Being authentic, making sure, yes, this is what I taste like.
Nobody bottles me except for me.
Yeah.
That's true.
You wouldn't want to be bottled in somebody else.
No, I wouldn't. No, you wouldn't want to be bottled in anybody else. And I would want nobody else bottled in me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb. Do the intro.
Yeah, come on.
Do the intro, Caleb. It's your episode. You gotta.
waiting.
Welcome to the Obligatory Podcast featuring, the stars of the show, George and Forrest.
I like that. Stars.
I guess I'm co-stars. Is that what this is our feature?
You're our guest of honor today. Caleb Branch. This is George's roommate and very close friend.
Very, very close. I
Pretty
love you, Caleb.
I love you too.
I wanted to start the episode. Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was great.
When George got to college, he was like, he was telling me before, you know, we have a friend at home named Caleb.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, you won't believe it, but my roommate at college is named Caleb. Dude, is he gonna be like the same?
Is he gonna be another major film bro?
Yeah,
and you know, pick Caleb back at home, very lovely guy. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know. But like, I walked in that first day and I see a handsome black man turn around and go
with he described as major charisma,
top tier charisma, goes, "What's up? I'm Caleb." And I was like, and immediately I was like, this is going to be a great semester of school. And especially going into college, I talked about this in the finale episode, like the roommate that I was going to have had a very, very big red flags around him. And, you know, the whole thing got messed up and I got assigned a random roommate. And I'm very glad that it was you, Caleb. And, you know, we've been going strong for 3 years. Like, we're in a relationship.
They still live together.
We still live together. Yeah. And we're going to live together next year, I assume.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. And do you have your side of the story to share?
I'm going to talk about the moment that came after that high.
Oh, so, yeah. I know what you mean.
Following that, we talked about like our interests and stuff like that, or kind of just like getting to know each other for a little bit in that small time frame. Yeah. I feel like George was more charismatic than me. Me personally, you know.
I absolutely disagree with that.
I think George has a lot of charm. I think you have more charisma.
Yes. Yes.
I definitely felt charmed, I will say.
That's good.
Yeah.
So eventually the topic of like Marvel or stuff like, or costumes came up.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a rough topic to start off with for George.
What are you talking about?
You learn a lot of unfavorable things about him very quickly.
I don't know. The thing that came up afterward though was, really, I'd say this pretty heartwarming. What happened was, I think George pulled out his Deadpool suit and I pulled out my Spider-Man suit.
Well, what happened was you had a Deadpool like mouse pad.
That's
freshman year, and I pointed out, and I was like, "You're a Deadpool fan?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Hold on 1 second." So I go into the closet and I pull out my Deadpool suit, and then you're like, "Holy shit!" And you pulled out your Miles Morales suit, and I was like,
"That's awesome."
That's what I was.
That's so awesome.
Like, this is gonna be perfect.
That solidified the moment for me too.
You know, I remember when George was packing for college and he was like, man, I don't know what costumes to bring. And that, like, he was like, definitely the Deadpool costume.
That one was definitely. I think I brought the Deadpool one. I brought the plankton jacket just because it's just a nice jacket to have.
Yeah.
I don't remember the third one. It might have been the Miles. No, it definitely wasn't.
Was it Willy Wonka?
No, I don't think it was Willy. I don't really think it matters. It doesn't matter. Caleb, what's your deal?
Yeah, like what the fuck is up?
What is going on with you, Caleb? Yeah. Please tell the audience about yourself.
Okay, so I don't know. I've been doing my own thing, been trying to catch up with school, you know, working a job.
What do you do at school?
What I would do at school, I'm a comm arts major.
Arts. What does that entail?
So there's a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you for not lying. This is a very truthful podcast.
Yeah.
So we would not have it if you lied.
Understandable. So I'm gonna be as truthful as I can.
Thank you.
It would be a lot for me to try to
dents your whole being.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So you're in comm arts.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, how long have you been interested in art? Because you are a fantastic artist. George popped some of his art on screen.
It's true. It's like really good. Check that out.
Thank you.
It's unfair.
Yeah, fucked up. Sometimes, as someone who really, really sucks at art, and I think that I have a good mind for it. However, I have no execution skills.
That's fair.
I look at, and I've never put any time into it, so why would I? I look at people who can do art, and instead of like being like, oh wow, you're really good, that's cool, my first thought is I'm so fucking jealous of you. It's pure envy because it's such a cool skill and you're just like able to think of something in your mind and you make it happen and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's something I really appreciate about artists.
When I was in third grade, I wanted to be an artist, and I moved on to acting. And seeing you like live it out now, I'm like, damn, like that could have been me. You know what I mean?
It's the mirror to that. It's literally that, because like I wanted to be an actor so much growing up.
Right.
I saw these movies like Tron was one of the main things that kind of pushed me towards that, or like any Will Smith movie that was like featuring something cool. I was like, I want to be Will Smith when I grow up. Type shit. Whereas as a kid,
Before
Nowadays it's a little bit like
before he famously crashed out and slapped somebody on stage.
I'll talk about that now. But yeah. Keep Chris Rock away from me.
Keep Chris Rock away from us.
But no, real shit. I wanted to be an actor, but it was like a lot of people just telling me like, yeah, I don't really think you're cut out for it type shit. And as somebody who took things literally or took things at face value a lot, valued people's opinions over himself very heavily. I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it, and just never tried it. I got to a certain point in high school where I was like, okay, I like doing art more. Yeah. On top of, I need to take this shitty ass prerequisite class to continue that. Yeah. And I don't really want to do that again.
No.
So I'm just going to keep doing art. And, you know, it kind of took off. It was the only thing it was either art or the military. I'm glad I chose art.
I think art was a pretty hype choice.
In the alternate universe where I was roommates with Stacey Brown and you were in the military, I'm glad to be living in this one.
Me too.
One thing that I would definitely say about Caleb is such an incredibly nice guy. He's so caring and thoughtful. I like to call him sometimes the Captain America of VCU, where in Marvel, if you're opposing like Captain America, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, that guy's just like, he's the guy. He's the morally correct guy.
He's the moral compass.
You know, like, as somebody from my perspective, you know, I've hung out with Caleb a few times. I think we interact every now and again. We get along. I'd call us like mutual friends. We're not like super close or anything. No. How could we be? But the instant vibe that you get from him talking to you or being in a room with him is like, this guy's super friendly. This guy's super approachable. And it's just like, it's good vibes. Straight up good vibes.
Straight up good vibes.
Coming out of him.
All around.
And yeah, that's just the second what you said.
Yeah, I mean, there are often times where Caleb, I'll like think an opinion like, oh, I kind of think this is a little bit weird. Caleb will be like, nah, I kind of think this. And I'm like, he's kind of right. You know what I mean? I've
seen you with one of those WWCD bracelets. What would Caleb do?
Yes, absolutely. and sometimes I'm like, fuck. How could I think I'm a good person if Caleb's in a room with me? You know what I mean? I need him to teach me a thing or two about like what it means to be good, be moral, be like ethical.
How to make the hard choices.
One thing that's coming to my mind is the trolley problem.
Trolley?
The trolley problem. Are you familiar with the trolley problem?
I don't think I am.
The trolley problem, very famous, like philosophical scenario. Basically,
it's the thing that's drawn on the board.
It is a thing drawn on the board.
That we lied to you and told you that we filmed yesterday.
You have one person who's at a lever. You're watching a situation unfold, right? On the track that the train is currently going, there are 5 people tied to the railroad. Okay, sure. And then on the other track that is controlled by a lever that you have to pull, whether or not you choose to pull it is up to you, but you have it in your hand, is one person. So the question becomes, is it morally correct to do nothing and completely be clean of all death? Or is it morally correct to pull the lever and kill one person, saving those 5?
I'm going to give you my pure, honest answer to that. My moral code is as good as anybody else's in terms of people are going to die either way.
Yeah.
Which is all bad. If I'm not saying it's right to do either thing because while you can choose to just do nothing.
It's been debated for hundreds of years. I don't think anybody really thinks that there's a right.
No,
people do think that, but you could convince anybody either way, really, if you tried hard enough.
Absolutely.
My thing is the way I go about it. If people are going to die or if more people are going to die by me doing nothing, at least me doing something would be enough.
I think that would define you as a moral absolutist, which is like at the absolute end of the day, one person will die or 5 people will die. And you're like, it is technically your choice, but it's just it's like 1 or 5.
I would rather make the decision and I will pay full repercussions for it. I will take it up. I will talk to the family. I will get arrested, do whatever.
It's a shitty situation to be in.
Yeah. A lot of other people would argue like, no, this is the way that it's meant to be. 5 people are in the way of the train and I have nothing to do with that. I've never had anything to do with that. Look, I'm walking away, hands clean.
And I also don't think there's particularly anything wrong with that philosophy. Yeah. It's not one that I personally agree with.
I don't necessarily subscribe to it either, but
I mean, well, let me just jump into the main topic of this episode. There is a website out there. Hold on, let me pull up the website. I forget the name. Oh, it's called Neal.fun. And basically the whole thing about this website is that it has a bunch of like different games that you could play. I don't know if you remember like that game that streamers would play where it would like you combined words and it would make like Infinite Craft. It was Infinite Craft.
Also, Little Alchemy, I believe, is Neal.fun. A bunch of these like web games that a lot of people used to play in school when they were bored.
Yeah. Right. And they have one on here that has a series of 30 trolley problems, like 30 different variations on the classic formula of let 5 people die or choose to let 1 person die. And I thought it would be interesting, to get your opinion on all of these.
Yeah. As the chief officer of what is morally correct in this world.
The CEO of being a real cool guy.
Yeah. People are saying this about you. People are saying this about you, many people.
I thought you would be the perfect person to do this, especially since, it can't just be me and Forrest, because if we disagree, what are we choose?
What are we going to do?
So to have a third person here to
Hey, you don't mind being our third, right?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Great.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's just start off clean and simple. Level 1, the original. Oh no! A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You could pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. What do you do?
I would pay for repercussions after. Talk to the families.
Yep.
I would pull
the lever.
I mean, we did just spend a lot of time talking about this.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's 1 versus multiple. And, as far as we know, they're all just like random people and like fucking unfortunate bucko.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. It's more of like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing I did nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all see this the same way. It's like we are making an active choice either to let 5 people die or to let 1 guy die.
Yeah.
That's why I would pull the lever. But again, I don't really think do nothing is the wrong answer necessarily. And it also tells us how many people agree with us. And 73% of people agree with us. So
most people in this world.
Absurd Trolley Problems, level 2. 4 people. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 4 people instead. What do you do? Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost the same as the one before. I mean, it's like the same logic will apply if you pull the lever.
But it is interesting,
But it's a lot more.
1 is less than 4. Famously.
1 is way less than 4, and it's only a 1 differential. So like you can justify it way more easily in your mind to do nothing.
Fair. I will say for this, like I said, the more lives the better. So I'd probably end up pulling it for the 4 people.
I think that's fair. I think saving 1 person, I think, is probably worth it in my eyes. In the end goal, saving 1 person is ultimately worth it. If 1 guy was on the track and I could divert it to hit no one, I'd do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but that's not one of the options. There's only 2 tracks.
That's true. All right, so we're gonna pull the lever. And these are going to get much crazier as it goes on, much more interesting.
I believe it.
Interesting. We noticed a roughly 8% drop from the last one. 8% people chose to let 5 people die. So
Yeah, again, much easier to justify in your mind.
oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your life savings will be destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
let's
you do?
pretend that you have life savings and you're not in college.
Okay.
Let's
You
pretend
know,
you have
You're
billions upon billions of dollars in your life savings.
well,
Billions?
that's crazy. I would say, you're like 40, you're in the workforce, you had your 401k going since you were like 25, it's looking pretty sizable. You're thinking about retiring, yeah, that's coming up in 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years is a flash when you're 40.
That is true.
And, are you going to permanently damage and essentially ruin your life? Or are you like,
Gonna let
are you going to let these people die, which really is nothing to do with you?
Yeah. You just happen to stumble on to this situation.
Yeah, should you be taking a negative for someone else to have a positive?
It's thought provoking.
It is thought provoking, but I will say at the end of the day, I hate money. I fucking hate money. How so dependent we are as a society on it now. And while it may have taken me 50,000 years to cultivate, however the fuck that is, it is still 5 whole lives.
Is that why you've been really into crypto lately?
Famously, Caleb is into crypto and also loves AI art.
It's super.
I know you do.
It's super decentralized, so it's actually like nothing like what we rely on.
I'm in the same boat as you, Caleb.
What if your life saving was 10 bitcoins, which by the way
God.
is about $500,000.
I'm letting those people die. I'm saving my 5 Bitcoin.
Dude, my bored ape got fucking rid.
Would you rather let 5 people die or your bored ape? Your mighty lion.
Your fucking Baith NFT,
Dude, I saw someone skateboarding down the sidewalk at VCU, and they had his bored ape NFT on a hoodie.
Hey man, are you aware that Bape is just a designer brand?
I know that this is something else. I'm sorry, this is something else.
That's crazy.
It's
No longer an NFT.
Yeah,
at that point.
Now it's
very fungible.
It's an ugly shirt.
It is a really ugly shirt.
Yeah.
So are you pulling this lever?
What are you doing?
I'm pulling this lever.
I'm saving the people.
Yeah.
I'm saving the people.
I think at the end of the day, whatever value you're putting into your money, or is put into your money, is not as valuable as these people. And if you really wanted to be about it, I'm sure that these people would maybe help you out.
Yeah, I think they'd be very thankful and be like, we'll help you get your life savings back.
Yeah.
In some way. Not that that's why I would do it, but
no, it's not why you would do it, but I mean it inevitably kind of factors in.
I'd say if they could, I'd take it.
I would not ask them to. I don't think.
No.
But it wouldn't be wrong to ask them to either. I would say that's normal. Hey, I just gave up all my money for you. Spare me 20? buy me Chipotle today?
I leave 1 donut, please. Just pay me like Dunkin' Donuts.
You know what? Give me the donut hole. I'll take the donut hole.
You get all the donuts, 12 of them, but I get 12 donut holes.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we're pulling the lever. I think that's a very easy decision. Oh, but 58% of people agree with us.
Yeah, when people are personally invested in things, it becomes a harder question for a lot of people.
Don't worry, that will be coming up much later.
I thought somebody was in the money and got a fucking sweat.
No, don't worry. It's just leaving green blood on the floor.
Yeah, the money did get splattered. It was very wet. It was raining that day.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trolley problem number 4. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You could pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do?
Your arm is free.
Your arm is free. You can reach over and pull the lever.
All you got is your arm.
I'm killing myself.
Yeah. Again, there
I like
are
how you looked me in the eyes and went, I'm killing myself.
Like shit.
There are no wrong answers. Once again. So Caleb, what are your thoughts on?
What's the value of your life?
I've lived 1 life. I haven't lived 5.
Yeah, and you only ever will live 1 life.
Yeah. And if I can,
and we all go back to the life force in the end of the day.
Yeah. It's like respawn, bro.
It's like respawning in Call of Duty.
Real shit.
You might get reincarnated into these 5 people later.
Imagine, dude. I'd be so pissed. I kill myself for the trolley problem, and I come back, and in 20 years, I find myself strapped to the tracks.
And it comes back, and you're like, oh, I've been here before.
And some asshole kills me.
I did this. I did this to myself. Maybe I need to be more selfish.
I think personally, I'd like to make it poignant that, like, you know, I'm never going to end up in this situation. You know?
You never really know, you know, are you even going to react in time? You probably have 10 seconds to make this call. You're probably frozen from the stress. It's insane. You know, like, are you really going to pull the lever?
Yeah. I'm kind of answering this from, like, what do I think is the right thing to do here?
Yeah.
Not necessarily because, like, truthfully, I think I would freeze up and like, and like not do anything.
Yeah.
But I think, like, in my heart of hearts, I would be like, I should have pulled that lever.
We all like to think we'd fight the school shooter. You know?
We think it every day.
We be daydreaming in class like,
I'm going to close the door on
That's why he's been practicing with that Captain America shield for so long.
The shield is the door.
Yeah.
The shield is a lunch tray that he's using to block the bullets, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
You see how the table is built up in, like, the chair, and, like, there's a small metal part that connects the top.
Yeah, that's where you hold it.
Yeah. The chair is like a sword. That's like a bludgeon.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the drop on the guy and you get him in the
it'd be so easy for me to fight off a school shooter. No gun, no nothing.
Dude.
Just heart.
just a heart in a dream. A chair in a dream.
Heart in the safe color.
But yeah, I think ideally I would pull the lever.
Yeah.
I would hope for myself that I pulled the lever.
Absolutely.
Not that I hope I die, but, you know.
Like, if you were 38% of people agree with us. Okay, I kind of understand that.
It's understandable. It's very fair, you know?
Level 5, priceless painting. Oh no!
The Mona Lisa.
This is a stupid question because I could just ask Google Gemini to make a new one.
A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You could pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then the original copy of the Mona Lisa will be destroyed. What do you do? First off, what a shitty painting to pick. Because I
don't fuck with the Mona Lisa that
I don't even really like the Mona Lisa regularly.
I think it's, like, pretty cool. It's crazy she's not smiling.
Crazy that she has no eyebrows.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I understand, like, what it was in the time. That's neat. But it had its time as well.
No, I mean, it wasn't even really that big at its time or even later. It was only big after, like, someone tried to heist it, like someone tried to jack it from a museum, and everyone's eyes were pointed at the Mona Lisa and were like, someone tried to steal this. This has to be the greatest painting of all time.
Must be. I mean, she doesn't have eyebrows and she's not smiling. She's breaking gender rules.
No, I mean, I don't think this painting is priceless. However, if maybe your piece of Biken from Guilty Gear was on that other track, this would be more of a question.
I'd let it run. I can do better. I can do it again.
Yeah, it's saved on your laptop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And famously, Leonardo da Vinci also has the Mona Lisa saved on his laptop.
Mm-hmm. Worm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's really nothing to worry about this price.
Now, here's the real question, though. Leonardo da Vinci's ear on one side, 5 people on the other.
After I let the 5 people die,
it's a fresh ear.
It's fresh. Can I eat the ear? Like Mike Tyson? A little cartilage?
Yeah, I know. It's nice and crunchy.
You taste spicy.
This is spicy.
This is a weird ear.
Why do you put Cajun sauce on it?
Oh, kick thick paw. I saw you 16, you dancing.
Dude, when is that fight gonna happen?
I just want to grab you and kick you in the mouth.
When is that fight gonna happen?
They've been beefing for how long?
Hey, once he gets out of that wheelchair, it's over for Jake Paul.
It's over. And also, Mike Tyson can't wear any protection.
Yeah.
And also, Jake Paul can be roided.
I'm sure Mike Tyson does not wear protection normally, you know?
No. Yeah, come on. We'll pull him.
This isn't easy. This is a no-brainer for me.
And I'm a little bit astounded that 26% of people disagreed.
And there's got to be trollers and pranksters.
I agree.
That guy's that.
A trolley is heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else. What do you do?
Someone's going to die either way.
That's true.
I can't.
But at this point, it's back to the original thing where it's like, originally this guy was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are you going to change the course of this event that's going on anyways?
You gamble somebody else's life.
It's not gambling. It's pretty clear what's going on if you pull the lever.
If you pull the lever, I will get $500,000.
Yeah.
I do think it's like no amount of money is equal to a person's life, but $500,000 is especially not equal to someone's life.
It's not that. I mean, it's a lot of money.
It's a good amount of money.
But these days, that's like not most houses.
No, that's like one Bored Ape. You know what I mean? It's
that's only 10 Bitcoin. Less than 10 Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, that is less than 10 Bitcoin. We gotta get into Bitcoin, you guys. I'm getting inspired.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What are you thinking here, Caleb? What's going through your mind? This rich man is going, nah, you see? I'll give you $500,000 to pull the lever and kill that guy.
Yeah.
I think
Someone's going to die either way.
I'm thinking of how I'd be after the fact. I'd be like, okay, he died, but I got $500,000 out of it.
It would feel like killing someone for hire.
Yeah, that's what it would feel like.
Well, I mean, it is.
I mean, it's, this guy ended up on this track. First off, he's a rich guy, so he's probably not a good person anyway. But
$500, Rich, is like totally achievable if you're a good person. If he was offering you like $500 million, it's like, okay, like how'd you get all that money?
I guess. I don't know. I just wouldn't be able to live my life. Like, sure, it could be like, I killed this guy, but I got $500,000. But I think the way that I would see it is I got $500,000, but I killed this guy.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think the $500 personally is worth the mental stress.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also interesting that when we like answer this question, instead of really talking about these people's lives, our first instinct is like, how would I feel?
I mean,
which that's normal. There's something I think that's human. I think that's just like in our nature.
Mm-hmm. I will say another part of me was thinking about if I did get the $500,000, I'd probably just give it to the family
of the person that
Yeah. It only makes it. I feel like that would be a better outcome, but at the same time, you still made the decision.
The rich person's family already has enough money for a funeral, probably.
I'm absolutely positive.
After the inheritance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't want to do anything. Do either of you guys feel different about that, or?
I don't think I could do anything. This is a situation where I would probably freeze and not do anything even if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably with that.
Yeah, I'm clicking
because it's such a
and only 45% of people agreed with us.
Almost 50.
Hey, again, one person dies either way. If you're looking at it from like an absolute value point of view,
you do get more by letting out the strength.
One person dies and you might as well get $500,000 is probably the logic behind that, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 lobsters. You could pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a cat instead. What do you do? Now, this is a question of like levels of sentience between like species. You know what I mean? Like who's really to say that a cat's life is more valuable than 5 lobsters or 5 beetles or something?
Well, they do have 9 lives.
That is true. That is something that I did not consider.
But it's still one life.
But actually, hold on. This cat, I am getting word that the cat is on its last life. So this would be the end.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a hard question.
This is a hard question because it's just the value of things that we perceive. Both of them we perceive them as lesser. One of them we perceive as cute.
Yeah.
And like a companion to humans, which makes them better in our mind.
This could be a whole family of lobsters.
It could be. But it could be 5 lobsters that are strangers.
It could be also some really sucky lobsters. Like, like these guys just are assholes.
They got like some barnacles on them.
They're clawing all these young lobsters,
Yeah.
They're throwing lobster freak parties, freak offs.
we got Lobster Diddy. If Lobster Diddy is on the track, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, no,
one of them is Lobster Diddy.
Cat Diddy.
Yeah, I don't know. This is because it's like my first instinct is to be like, obviously I'll let the lobsters die.
For me, this is pretty clear. For me, I kill the cat.
You kill the cat?
I kill the cat. Yeah, I think I hold the personal belief that we are all. This is my most hippie belief.
Yeah, you were telling me about
is
this.
that we are all connected by a life force, not like reincarnation or anything like that. Just like we're all connected. There's like a force of life, and it flows between all of us and everything that lives.
Yeah,
and everything that lives has like, to me, a pretty perceived equal value because we all contribute to the life force.
I like that.
So for me, it's 5 beings against 1. Also, lobsters, if you want to go from like an ecological point of view, lobsters are dying out. We're overfishing them to hell and back.
Yeah.
Cats are not dying out in the same way.
No, there are quite a lot of cats out there.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of cats. What's going through your mind, Caleb?
I am leaning towards Forrest's decision. Initially, I would have chosen the cat because I don't know. I think they're cute.
That's totally reasonable. A lot of people look at lobsters and they're just like, well, people eat cats. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
a lot of people look at lobsters and they just think that they're like bottom feeders, nothing. That's totally fine. Whatever.
Like, I still see it as they do have life though. Like I will see I'm gonna see a spider in my room and be like, okay, you kill these flies. This is symbiotic. Just don't come on my bed.
No, we had a spider here in the apartment like a couple of days ago, and I like found it yesterday morning, and I like put it in a cup, put it like in a thing, and I tossed it outside, and I've just been like, you know, me and Forrest told me about this. Like we've both been kind of like, you know, not killing bugs.
I've never liked killing bugs. I hate it. Unless you're in my bed, in my restaurant, not a restaurant that I work at, not if I'm going, or in my car, because I'm really scared of the idea of a colony. I had a friend who had a colony of spiders live in her car. I remember like one day, she drives a Prius as well. So I drive the same exact car as her, and it's like freaky. But she lives kind of like in the woods in her neighborhood. And you know, one day she like sees a spider like scurry across the dashboard. She doesn't really like, she freaks out. She's super scared of spiders, but like she doesn't think anything of it. And like the next day she sees it again. And like within the end of the week, there's like spiders. She notices like there's fucking like baby spiders all over her car. Like they're nesting in there. Yeah. She bug bombs it like twice, gets it detailed twice. It finally gets out. Like after like a week or two of trying to get the spiders out of her car, it finally happens. I'm very scared of that happening. That's my space. There's not many places in the world that I think are truly human spaces. My car is. My bed is. My restaurant, get the fuck out. You're a health violation.
That's absolutely fair. I think again, if I was in this situation, I think I'd be charmed by the cat and think it's cute and be like, I just can't. Yeah. But I do think
we're conditioned for that.
You guys are right. I think, you know, a cat's life is not worth more than a lobster.
Yeah. Well, so, there's like scientific basis to why we think cats are cute. You know, big eyes, small face, they remind us of human babies.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
We think of it like a natural instinct to protect them.
So what I'm hearing is that we're going to pull this lever.
Yeah.
And we're going to splat the cat.
It hurt to watch.
And it seems like only 16% of people agree
People
with
don't
us.
like lobsters.
It's true.
People love cats.
Absurd Trolley Problems, Level 8, Sleeping. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel pain. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who is wide awake instead. What do you do?
Can I say that I don't really think pain is a factor when you're dying by vicious trolley?
Yeah.
No. I agree with you. That's what I was saying.
I feel like you would die right away.
You would.
Right? Like, I mean, right? The fear. The fear is something to factor in, I guess. But I mean, not to be this guy, but it's not like they're living with the trauma.
I mean, we're all thinking it, but god damn, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean, but at the same time, it's still 5 lives. It's the same decision as the first one.
I agree. I think you pull the lever here.
I agree. I think this is basically the same because,
I understand why this factor might affect things.
Clearly, because now it's half and half. It's 49% of people.
I get that. It's easier to let people die when they have no idea they're about to die.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would die in my sleep. You know,
really? I want to die in a cool way. I want to die like cliff jumping, holding a grenade, and maybe C4 too, and then go out like a firework.
You low-key explained exactly how I wanted to die as a kid. I was like,
I want to jump off a cliff with a C4 and a grenade in hand and just see what happens.
It was more of Master Chief level, I want to go on a ball of fire.
Yeah, I haven't really come up with like the exact way I want to die yet.
Me neither.
But I want to die in a fantastic way. if I'm like already going out, you know, like I'm clearly about to die within the next like month anyways, like fuck it.
Yeah.
At that point I will have had a lot of months.
Yeah.
I want to die in a fantastic way. So on to the next question.
Yep. Moving on to number 9. Personal choices. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped onto the track instead. well, what do?
You tripped on and then magically ropes tie around you.
He tripped onto it and then he started rolling around in some dirt and he got tied up perfectly.
Yeah, that happens.
As opposed to these 5 people who tied themselves up and just
they're
laid
choosing
down
to
on the
die.
track.
They're wanting, in this moment in their life, their desire is
they are making an active choice to be like, we want to be on this thing.
Maybe they're like me and they're like, I want to die in a fantastic way, and this is their fantastic way.
Are you going to let them die in that fantastic way, or are you going to kill this unwilling participant in this whole
These guys will not be cheesed about being saved.
No, they will. They won't help you get your life savings back like the other people.
They'll be pissed.
They will be like, "What the hell?" And you know what? Honestly,
it's likely that they would go back and just wait for the next train when you're not there.
I think, that's kind of where my mind is going.
I don't know, but what do you think?
Where's your mind at?
This is hard.
I feel like at this point. It's a really hard question.
It's super hard because it is, you have that initial moral value of, well, it's 5 life versus 1 life. Easy. But, I mean, it's clearly not that, right? Like, it's clearly so much more. Why do these people want to die? How old are they? Who are they? We don't know this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the decision, 5 people who willingly said, this is what I want. If I can at least respect that decision amongst 5 other people telling me that, and the person that accidentally fell is like, okay.
Everybody on the tracks, all 6 people right now are screaming at you to not pull that lever. All of them are like the people who wanted that are like, yo, we chose this. And the other guy's like, yeah, listen to them.
Listen to that guy, please. Yeah, I think the reason why I think I'm going to do nothing is because I don't have the faith of them to be out of that situation and be like, you know what? I think we were wrong. I think they're just going to go to another trolley or go to another train. That's why I think I might as well just walk away and just let it happen. I'd still feel really bad about it, but
you would require years of therapy.
Yeah.
Intense, probably multiple times a week therapy for this.
Yeah.
But I do think that the move is to do nothing. I mean, these guys, at the end of the day, they're choosing this, and whether or not you support that, it's what they want.
This is true. This is their life, and this is the decision that they chose. I'm just regurgitating what you just said.
Yeah, again, you can't spend the rest of your life looking out for these people, making sure they don't go on any more trolleys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can't. You can't.
Yeah. So do you pull the lever, or are you not pulling the lever?
I'm not pulling the lever.
Yeah.
I think this will be a popular choice.
I think so as well, but I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, 77% of people agree with us.
Is that not more than the initial?
I think that is more than the initial.
Yeah.
I think the initial is 73%. So, level 10, mercy. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which makes it less painful. What do you do? So you can't kill this guy. At the end of the day, 5 people are going to get squashed by this train.
Yeah.
Are you going to make the active choice to make it
Are you giving it a
faster?
Mario Kart mushroom power up? Which probably would be less painful as well, if pain was a factor.
What are you thinking here, Caleb? You're looking at the screen.
Caleb in deep thought, trying to imagine himself in this scenario.
You're looking at the screen. You're really considering it, which is good.
The train's coming in. It's 35 miles per hour. Faster than you go in a neighborhood. Not as fast as I want you to be going on a 3-lane street. You could pull that button, it goes 60.
You have to pull it multiple times to get to 60, I think. Each time you do it, it adds 5 miles per hour. How about that? So it's how many times are you making this shit?
That's fucked up.
Well, I would want to help them in any capacity. Genuinely, I don't. If it were like that, or held just like this at all, I don't think I would be able to.
I don't think I'd be able to do that multiple times. I think if it was it goes double as fast, and I pull it. I think that is a pretty easy choice.
That's fair. So would you do it?
Yeah.
To make it less painful?
Yeah, I think you're there anyway. Your hand's on the lever. You might as well.
Clearly, all our hands are on the lever.
Yeah,
over there,
as the drawing clearly states.
And if it just doubled the speed, Caleb, would you pull that lever to make it less painful?
You're not really changing anything, but you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably pull it to go faster.
So on the vice versa, if it was only 5 miles per hour and you had to pull it multiple times, would you do that, or would you just not bother?
And at what point would you stop pulling it?
Yeah.
Honestly, if it's going 5 miles.
5 miles an hour, I might just go on time.
Right. I was thinking just the same thing.
No, I meant it's going 35 miles per hour. It adds 5 on top of that.
It adds 5.
Usually when this question is posed, it's like you're in a like separate room. You're not like by the tracks. You can't get to them in time.
Pulling the lever multiple times would take a lot of mental fortitude. I don't know how easy it is to like conjure that up in this particular moment. We all like to think that we'd do it.
I don't think most people would do it.
I don't think I'd be able to pull it multiple times. I feel like a fucking maniac. Faster, kill them all.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to handle like my mental stability after that.
Yeah, I'd be like,
just be like, I killed those people.
Yeah.
You know, that really fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think if it was to double the speed, I'd probably do it. But to make multiple active decisions to speed up these people's deaths, I just don't think I don't think I would be able to do it. I like the idea of doing it, I guess. It would break something in me deep within me. So, I mean, just for this, I'm just going to say pull the lever because fuck it, why not? Whoa. And for the listeners, that went so fast. Trolley, we're on the page. The trolley animation went.
So that definitely was a double speed scenario.
Yeah. Level 11, minor inconvenience. Oh no! A trolley is heading towards one guy. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your Amazon package will be late. What do you do?
Well, let me paint you a picture.
Paint us a picture, Forrest.
Paint
us a picture, Picasso.
Yeah. You have a Halloween party tonight.
Oh.
Your Beetlejuice outfit is going to show up. Not outfit, sorry, just the blazer. I mean, you have the rest of it, sure, but do you really have anything without the blazer?
Well, because without the blazer, you're just a guy. You're a clown, actually.
Yeah, you're just a fucking clown, and it's like kind of okay, but it's not really that. It's not what you want.
No.
You know, so you need this to make it work.
Yeah.
And it's coming at 4 p.m. You can delay it a day,
but then you'll miss the Halloween party.
But then you'll miss being the hit of the Halloween party.
Absolutely.
So I mean, think about it deeply.
This is true, and while you're saying is what you're saying, you're completely right.
It would be
it would really
be tragic.
suck.
Yeah.
However, I will probably wear that material for like that and maybe some cons.
Okay, what if it's like the wig then?
I'll beg your pardon.
What if it's the wig? You know,
the wig. Okay, then we get a little dicey.
Yeah. Okay.
That changes everything. What if hypothetically, Caleb, on this train is Pokemon Legends ZA? You're getting an early copy of it, but if you pull this lever, you'll never get it in your entire life. I'm making that decision right now.
Okay, so it's not only late. Well, I guess it's just later than you'll ever live.
It'll send the trolley like off a bridge. There's no one on there. Just copies of Pokemon Legends ZA.
Do I still have Guilty Gear?
Guilty Gear's also on there.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna let it go.
Look, you were not involved with this trolley to begin with.
Right. I'm gonna pull the lever because.
Yeah,
I mean, this is very clearly like if you're valuing a minor inconvenience over somebody else's life, I think something's deeply wrong with you, and you should maybe evaluate in a white room alone for a while.
But yeah, we're gonna crank that lever.
Yeah, I can. I'll reorder it. I'll get it refunded. Get my money back. I'll choose a different costume. I'll whip something out. I'll be like, look, I just saved somebody's life.
Yeah,
I'm the talk of the town. Right now.
You are still the hit of the Halloween party. I didn't think about it that way.
I was in the trolley problem, and they go, oh my goodness.
What are you dressed as? A philosopher?
You dressed
myself. I'm the fucking hero.
No, you're just as the trolley guy. White shirt, white long shirt, white pants, white shoes. You're bald now.
You shaved your head for this.
You painted your skin white, Caleb.
It took too long.
78%. Your hair looks really good, by the way. 78% of people agree with us. It's a good number.
That should be higher.
I mean, I think genuinely, 20% of maybe 12% of people are just voting no to vote no. Like that's truthfully where I'm at.
Yeah. Or it's just people, if you have this philosophical belief that you should always just do nothing, you just have it. And so you're never ever going to be like, well, maybe I should.
Well, but I mean, what's the point of doing nothing in this scenario?
The point of doing nothing is because you're not originally involved. Therefore, you have nothing to do with this, and you don't have the right to make a choice about someone's life, so you should just walk away.
Okay.
Level
12. Now this one's a tough one. Level 12, best friend.
It's me.
Oh no, a trolley is heading towards your best friend. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 5 strangers instead.
Yeah.
What do you do? Now, this is a toughie.
This is a very tough question.
I mean, obviously you have like such a personal connection to your best friend.
It's your very best friend in this world.
They know you more than most people ever will, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, there's that other side of it that's like saving more lives than one life. You know, 5 lives is more lives than one life.
But this best friend is way more valuable to you than the 5 people are.
A lot of times that is kind of your life. You know what I mean? Like this could be like, I imagine like wives or spouses or partners or whatever. Like that's also your best friend. They're on the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to choose whether you want them to survive or 5 people, which is more lives. But that is still a fundamental part of you that you would be letting go.
Yeah, and you live with that. You in your head you killed them. Or you didn't because they were going to die anyways. You know, it depends on how you look at it.
That is still a valid thought to have.
I think I need some time to think about it.
You might need some time to think about this. Where's your head at on this one?
My head at this scenario is like, I mean, obviously, you know, in my head, I'm like, kill my best friend.
Yeah.
But
ouch.
But you know, like you're in the scenario, I'm like, I have like 30 seconds to react to this trolley. I don't know. I think realistically, there's a solid chance that I might kill these 5 people. And like, I don't like that. I don't like that thought. I'm not really comfortable with that at all. It makes me feel like I need to like, I don't know, go out and like donate to charity or something. But like,
which would be cool.
Cool. Yeah. But like, you know, I think if I'm really in this scenario, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I mean, I'm trying to think of this in a realistic sense. And I think if I saw you, Forrest, tied up on a track, I don't even think I would think about it. I think I would pull the lever and be like, I'll worry about like the mental whatever later. That being said, I do think the more moral thing, like I'm still on the firm belief that 5 lives is more than 1 life, you know, and that's better. But I do think in this
But it's just so hard. It's not like
knowing myself and how sometimes I can very quickly just like see something, make a decision and be like, I'll deal with the consequences later.
Yeah. I do think that's kind of where I would come from. I'd be like, well, I'd freak out and I'd pull a lever and then I'd be like, oh, fuck, what did I just do?
Yeah.
And then and then, you know, there's like the further question of like, okay, so now you and your best friend have to have this weird ass conversation where you're like, so,
yeah, that just happened.
We gonna address this one?
I don't think I'd talk about it ever in my entire life. Maybe with like a therapist.
Yeah.
I'd say, have they given you enough time? Or
I'd say you definitely have. In terms of, I'm going to get the exposition out first before I come to my, because I feel like at least that will help me come to the conclusion. At that point, it's like you said, Forrest, this is like a fundamental part of you. You can't just cut that off. It would not be easy. This is 5 different lives, however, like we established before.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to mentally take either of these happening. But at the same time,
got an awesome Smosh notification. They just uploaded
Instagram could be so diabolical. Shout out Smosh, friend of the show.
Friend of the podcast. Shout out Ian and Anthony. Anthony, we think you're too hot for comedy.
Oh my God, Anthony, you are far too hot for comedy.
I can't laugh at you because
I just thinking about how hot you are. What the fuck?
Oh God, he's hot.
Oh God, he's hot.
You have to choose a lane, man. Please. He's setting a standard. I don't like it.
Anthony's different. But in terms of like, fuck, I had a lot to say.
It's okay. Get out your exposition. Get out your thoughts. You can think out loud.
Because I'm genuinely like, if I put anybody that I know or consider to be a best friend on that track,
yeah,
I don't think I could handle losing somebody like that.
Do you think that you'd be in a scenario just like what me and George were saying, like you freak out, you pull a lever, and then you're like, oh, I mean, yeah, it's like instant regret, but also to an extent, it's like not, you know, like it's hard.
Those are 5 different people that all have people like that.
They all have a life. They're somebody's best friend. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe not.
Maybe one of you guys like
maybe they're big basement dwellers. Yeah. Does that change it for you?
At this point, the train is going so fast. Trying to even consider that would like
Yeah, you don't consider that.
You don't have time to consider.
In this moment, you just see one person you value and 5 people you don't. At least for me, which is not. I don't like saying that.
But that's like.
I feel awful even verbalizing it. But like, that's what you see.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a thumbtack.
I'm not gonna lie, you stumped me on this one.
Caleb realizing why this is a prevalent philosophical question and has been for years, for decades.
Shit. Fuck, they got me. I don't know.
Well, okay. Here's I think you spit out an answer.
My human answer?
Yeah.
My moral answer would be to leave the people, but my human answer, I'm letting my best friend live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I think we're all in agreement.
I think it's a consensus that we're not all fans of.
No, I mean, no, I'm not happy about it either. But like,
yeah,
it is just what I would do on instinct. I think, and 74% of people agree with us. So, level 13, can't see. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your glasses and you can't really see that well, so what are you going to do?
Damn,
so this is basically like, you think something's going on there. You're like, I got to make a decision, but like you're not 100% sure. It could be like just a tree or...
Yeah, but honestly, if it's a tree on the other side, you know, like, and you think it's 1 person, but really it's like, it could be like a stick. I mean, that's more incentive.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know I keep saying that.
Well,
and we appreciate you not lying.
We're big fans of people who don't lie.
Yes.
So you're doing a great job.
I'm glad. But at the same time, if I can't visually see what's going on, I'm not saying that there is people there. I'm not saying that there's not.
Yeah.
It's just like, it would be too much of a risk for it to be something else, switch it, and to take somebody else's life.
Yeah.
I feel like this is where it comes into the play of like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You couldn't have known what's going on.
I really don't.
You would never forget your glasses ever again.
Right.
But you, in this moment, could never know what's going on.
There's the possibility that like you're misseeing things and there's no one on the track with 5 people and you just switch it to kill 1 guy.
Yeah. And then you scramble, you put on your glasses and you see, oh, that was like a weird structure in the railroads.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah.
I think I'm doing nothing in this scenario.
What do you think, Caleb?
I'd say in this scenario, it'd probably be best to do nothing.
I think I don't have a clear picture of what's going on, so I can't do anything.
You can't make a judgment call off of like ruined judgment.
If I can visually see people there, that's when I know I can make my decision. But like, it's too risky.
Yeah. Again, like you'd probably spend half your time trying to like squint your eyes and figure it out anyways. Would you really even have the time to function and pull the lever or not pull,
Like, how do I even know?
You do nothing.
It's like you said, how do I know? Who's telling me that it is people?
Yeah. You got old man Bobby over there? I can't trust that guy.
Yeah, it's just you're looking and you're like, I think I'm in the trolley problem, but we do nothing. 46% of people agree with us. Whatever. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards one of your first cousins. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 3 of your second cousins instead. What do you do?
How close are you with your cousins, Caleb? Any of them watch?
I wish I was closer, really.
Well, you won't be much closer for longer.
Well, damn.
That's true. I'm pretty close with my first cousins. I know nothing about my third cousins or second cousins. My bad.
I kind of just be referring to them as cousins. Really, I kind of forget which ones are first and second.
That's fair, actually.
I think I think like these people, you're close to them. It's similar to the best friend one. Although, I mean, if we're to be frank, you're not as close with your cousins as you are with your best friend.
No, not at all.
Which is, not the truth for most people, for all people, but I think for most people it is. And there's also the addition of it's not do nothing and 3 people die. It's do something and 3 people die. No, 3 people die if you do something. So if you do nothing, there's multiple roads of logic that you could apply to this.
Also, our first cousin has a really cool backwards hat on, and I don't know if I want to fuck with that, honestly.
I don't know if I fuck with the backwards hat.
Really? I think it works for some people. I think first cousin, I'm imagining Michael. I think he has a backwards cap on, and I'm thinking, wow, he looks really good. I don't know if I want to fuck that up for him. But at the same time...
You would fuck up his hair. And his hat, too.
And on the other hand, it is like 3 lives is more than 1.
3 lives is more than 1, and... It's also like doing nothing is still the lesser person. Like even if you're not somebody who thinks like, oh, well, I have nothing to do with this, it's very easy to apply that logic to this.
Yeah.
And quote unquote get away with it.
I think I'm probably gonna do nothing in this scenario. I think that's what I would do. And I also think, I don't know, it's more lives being saved. My first cousins are more valuable than my second cousins. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Forrest?
I don't think that my first cousins are more valuable than my second cousins. I mean, like, I don't know my second cousins at all, and I know my first cousins, and I love them dearly.
Yeah,
obviously.
but yeah, come on.
But everything I just said,
Yeah.
What do you think, Caleb?
And me personally, I'm gonna choose to do nothing.
Yeah,
because it's like it's still three lives.
It's 3 versus 1.
Yeah, that's what it is. And 54% of people agree with us. So moving on to number 15, age. A trolley is heading towards 5 elderly people. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, running over a fucking baby instead. What do you do?
Very geezerly people.
Yeah. They're I don't know, like very near the end of their life.
They got
like 5 years max.
They each have 5 years, which is 25 years between them, and the baby is definitely going to live more than 25 years.
The baby looks very healthy. The doctors are predicting he's going to live to 70 years old.
I would probably let the baby live and take care of the baby.
I just don't think I have it in me to watch a baby get squashed by a trolley. I'm sorry.
I would like to think that these elderly people would be okay with that as well. I think you get to a certain point in life and you really start thinking about death a lot, and you make peace with it.
Yeah.
And hopefully if you're elderly, I hope when I'm elderly, like I'm very comfortable with the fact that maybe I wake up and I'm not going to wake up. Or I go to sleep and I'm not going to wake up. And like, that's a fact of life at some point in your life that you have to factor in. And when I hear 5 elderly people, to make this choice easier in my mind, I imagine that they're there.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're all going to do nothing. And 77% of people agree with us. Level 16, clones.
My clones.
Oh no, a trolley is barreling towards 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do?
Kill myself 5 times or 1 time?
Well, Caleb,
yeah.
Do you think the world would be better with 4 more of you than there currently are?
Can I answer that question? Absolutely.
I was going to say the same thing, actually.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder. I mean, like, you are the original you in this scenario, I'm imagining. And like the idea of more lives is better than 1 life, but this is the same life that we're talking about in a way. It's 5 yous or the you, that really live through.
But they're in their head.
They
are the you, and nothing changes for them. Like as long as the cloning is done properly, which I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
The identical clones are in fact identical. This is 5 of you.
I think I'll make the conscious decision. If I get to this point and there's going to be 5 more of me walking around, at that point, they're no longer going to be burdens of me. They're going to be their own people. I've come to the conclusion over a couple of recent months that every single minute detail that happens throughout your day makes you a different person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Down to the most smallest atom in the air.
Sure.
The way you breathe, the way you speak. And I'm thinking about that. These are going to be 5 versions of me that grow up to be completely different people given the circumstance.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I see this as 5 more life. I don't see this as 5 more me. I may, but at the same time, I see them as more valuable at this point. I would rather go once so they can go. And live theirs.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly right now, I'm pretty good. I'd say from the progress that I've made to get to the point where I am proud of myself. And if I get to help 5 more versions of that go into completely different fields or whatever they want to do.
Yeah, that actor Caleb, he'll exist now.
Maybe.
I'm trying to imagine 5 clones of you walking into the apartment. So the
Hey George.
And then they're all giving me the crispest dap ups. and they're like, yeah, the original clone Caleb sacrificed himself on Trolley, but hey, you got 5 more.
Hey, you won't even notice.
I'm trying to imagine would I be happy about that. Like, obviously more Calebs, that's more fun. But like, if the original Caleb is gone, you know, again, these are different people.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's influencing my decision personally to do nothing in a way. Because I don't know. I know it's like, they're not me.
No.
I'm me. They're not me.
And the world doesn't. I'm also going to throw in the fact that they're probably cloned for this, and the world doesn't know they exist. Like, there's not like anybody attached to them.
Yeah,
these people are essentially. It's like for me, when I think about this question, it's like, do you really just want more of you in the world, or do you just want like the world to keep going?
Yeah, and I don't really think the world needs more George Sullivan. You know, I don't think the world needs more podcast co-hosts in the world. What are you thinking over there, Forrest?
I don't know. I like it's. I don't know. I think like I see the point that you make when you say 5 individual people versus one life. I see that. I think that I also think that you're right that every minute detail changes.
Yeah.
You know? However, all of these people have experienced every minute detail of my life up until now. And it seems to me like every minute detail of their life that they're going to experience will likely be very similar, if not the same, because they're all going to be me exactly. And where I am in life, I'm doing exactly what I want to do all the time. I don't I just don't do things I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And the clones of me would also not do things I don't want to do. And it turns out I probably want to do similar things all the time if I've been nurtured the exact same way that I have been throughout my life, right? Like, so I don't know.
I think I'm doing nothing personally, and I think it is a selfish thought, but I'm
lying. I'd kill myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't think the world needs more Forrest. But if it's like, I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
The rest of me's gonna live on. Nobody. I think I assigned one of them. I'm dying. All right. I'm on the trolley. I have my arm on the thing. I'm like, I'm gonna pull this. Everyone listen up, and they do because they're me.
There you go.
And I go, you are going to be me from now on. Nobody will ever know. I'm not. Nobody will ever know. This is my strategy. I don't want anybody to ever know that I died. And then the other 4 of you, change your hair, change everything, go off, fuck off to some country. And that's what I would do.
I think that's very noble, but Caleb, what are you going to do?
Honestly, it might be in a similar direction to what Forrest says.
That's fair.
In terms of, George, let me make this easier for you. If I make that decision, I will tell my clones to tell you I made that decision.
Okay.
So it's more of, this is what I chose to do for these people. And while to the very core of them, they may have been engineered to be me. What's going to happen in their life is going to be so fundamentally different from what one of me can do that we won't even really be considered the same person at the end of theirs.
Yeah.
You could also run it like an experiment. You could see what the best choice was.
Well, I mean, you won't see, but
no, but they will.
Maybe
if I want to see that bad right now, certainly they do too.
Fair.
That's true. So it sounds like we're gonna pull the lever collectively.
Yeah.
12% of people agree with you guys.
Damn.
That's much.
That's actually shocking to me.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
A trolley is heading towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people. You can pull it to the divider to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of hitting 10 people instead. What do you do? So it's really just like a do you like your odds?
I like a gamble.
Love
a gamble. I don't love a gamble enough I flip the coin.
You flip the coin.
I flip the coin. I don't like the idea of like it hitting the 10% odd, which is a pretty large odd. Yeah. 1 in 10 is not small enough for me to be like, yeah, that's worth it. If it was like 1 in 100, I'd consider it.
I do that every day of the week.
But 1 in 10, that's often.
And I have been told that I'm the unluckiest person on the planet. So I like a more assured chance of killing less people to me is better than a lesser chance of killing a lot more people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey. And
do you have any thoughts on that, Caleb?
honestly, I'll probably lean towards that. Because I'm thinking of it like this. No matter what I'm going to do, if there is somebody underneath that box, it goes back to the blind question. I don't know if there's people in there. And if I can't visibly see that, they may have told me that there may be people in those boxes. But out of right now, what I can do for people that may or may not be in a box is like, I need to for sure make that decision, because if it ends up being somebody in the others, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah. So I think we're all collectively choosing to do nothing.
Yeah.
And we'll see that 42% of people agree with us. Okay. That's pretty close. I am robot. A trolley is heading towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the sentient.
How are they sentient?
It just says that they are sentient.
They can't be.
You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one human instead. What do?
They can't be sentient. We're not there.
Can you explain? I mean, maybe this is in the future. Who knows?
No,
do you think robots could ever reach a level of sentience?
No, it's not. I don't think it's physically possible.
Okay.
I think that you could get really, really good generative AI, and it seems that way, and it feels like they're sentient, but they're not. They're not.
They
can't actually feel anything.
Programming.
They're programmed to feel that way. That's like at the basis of their being is that they're like not organic, like they're not real. Also, which dramatically decreases the value of their life because they can just be rebuilt. If there's 5 sentient robots, surely they're being mass produced.
Absolutely.
What's another 5 more parts?
That's what I'm saying. I think this is a pretty clean sweep of
with where we are in AI right now. I feel like this was probably made before where we are in AI right now. You know,
where they're just like cranking out soulless pictures of like goth Princess Peach or like Peter Griffin in Fortnite. He's already in the game. Why are they making AI?
I just don't.
We'll do nothing.
I just don't fuck with it.
Strangely
and their oil got everywhere.
85% of people agree with us. What? Level 19, economic damage. A trolley is heading towards 3 empty trolleys worth $900,000. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting 1 empty trolley worth $300,000 instead. Well, what are we going to do?
Wait, are they all empty?
Yeah.
They're all empty. You're not killing anyone. Instead, this is like the trolley company will get really mad at you if you break more trolleys as opposed to this one trolley. But you still have to make an active decision to destroy this trolley.
Which I guess gives them a legal basis to sue. But they probably wouldn't do that.
No.
Not that I really trusted corporations.
Hold on, Caleb has a question.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If there's nobody in there, I don't care.
This is honestly, you walk into this. This is not on you. This is whoever's like operating the trolley.
Yeah, no. This is a real scenario where I'm like, I don't have anything to do with this. I got to witness this pretty cool explosion.
Yeah, it's like, no. Did you have? Or
no, I mean, I just agree. I just like,
what do you think?
This is just something that just doesn't have anything to do with me. If I do something that does run the risk of me getting sued, I guess, but also I just don't care. I just don't care about the trolley
I don't like. I would rather not do anything because that's self-preservation, and nobody is like really getting hurt because the train company lost a few $100,000.
Yeah, and only 23% of people.
That's probably in their budget.
Really?
Yeah.
They're probably not thinking about getting sued.
Yeah, real shit.
Oh no, a trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of CO2 per year, which will kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. What do? Also, I'm assuming that no one is on the trolley. I'm assuming that for all of them.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think, Caleb? This is just making you face that global warming exists.
I know it exists. I'm getting affected by it every day.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, assuming there's nobody inside, I'd probably still just let it do its thing. Like, we're actively being killed right now. There's shit in our water. There's shit in our food.
Sure. Microplastics.
Love them.
It's going to catch up to us someday.
Yeah.
I didn't make that.
I think that there's this idea that's pushed on to individuals that global warming is our problem to solve.
It's not.
Individually.
It is not.
By using like to an extent, like, yes, you should be going out, like doing your best to not like you should never litter. Obviously, you should recycle. You should be more eco-friendly if you have the funds to, you know, like all that good stuff. Yeah, like sure, I totally subscribe to all of that. Yeah. But if you look at like what's really polluting the environment, it's not on the individual. No, not in the slightest.
Carbon footprint is a myth created by like these companies that produce like a bunch of CO2 or greenhouse gases like every year. And I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to fucking destroy this trolley. I don't get
that's not what I was going to, that's not where I was going to get.
Okay.
I was going to get that like this isn't, if I destroy this trolley, I think like this is like more negative that I'm putting into the world. Like now they have to like fix this. I've stopped the train system and like this is a mess that somebody has to clean up. I'm making somebody work harder.
Well,
like,
I think
I don't think that there's any real value to destroying this trolley. You know, like the real value is if we're talking about how it's going to cost the company money, I'm sure that they would rather spend that money on something that is potentially more eco-friendly so that they look better in the eye of the consumer.
Well, the thing that I'm seeing about this is that if we stop this, it'll stop 5 people from dying over the next 30 years. And if we hit it into this wall...
I don't believe in that because they're putting it on the individual.
Well, I mean, that's just what the
No, but I just don't believe in this.
In this question specifically?
Yeah, I just don't believe in this. That's not how this works.
I mean, I'm just listening.
It doesn't. No, but I know, but it doesn't work this way.
I know it doesn't work like that.
So this is a stupid question, and you should just do nothing because that's not how this works.
What are you thinking here, Caleb?
What I'm thinking is,
you can disagree. I don't care.
No, I'm leaning more towards Forrest in terms of. It goes back to that trolley question about the others.
It does go back to the trolley question.
If one of these is releasing that much. How many of the others were doing that before?
How much is it going to release to build another one? Because that's just what they're going to do.
Well, it says it'll just be decommissioned. They won't do that. That's what
they still need one though. They're just going to build a new one to replace it.
And besides, we can still get like sued and shit.
And you're taking personal, All
right, we'll choose do nothing. And 39% of people would agree with you.
Those people don't get it. They don't get fucking anything.
Oh no, you're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this class.
Oh my god, we're talking about this.
What do you do? So the way that I'm seeing this question is, do I want to feel the pain of this trolley 1 time or 5 times? I'm leaning towards the 1 time. I think
No, because eventually you're going to be on the other side of it anyway. So it's like, which one do you get out of it first?
No, I know.
Okay.
I pull the trolley because it's going to kill this guy, and 5 other versions of me won't have to feel that.
No, because eventually they will, because you're going to be every part.
No. It's saying that you're going to become every person.
Sorry, I thought it was every part.
Yeah. So you're going to become every person. Do you want to feel 5 times the pain or 1 time the pain? That's how I see it.
This is just a clone question.
Well, no, because these are different people. You're just reincarnated as them later on.
Well, then I kill one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Caleb? Do you have anything poignant to say about this one, or?
I don't think this one's particularly poignant.
I just go for me. Yeah,
but either way, you're going for you.
For a second, I thought I pressed do nothing.
This is true.
50-50 straight up.
Wow.
50-50 straight.
That's the first 50-50.
This is interesting.
Oh no, a trolley is heading towards nothing, but you kind of want to print the trolley driver. What do you do?
So there is a driver in this, by the way.
I mean,
it's canon.
In this one, sure.
Is there?
It says the trolley driver. You want to prank him.
Oh.
That's just dickish.
I just have no reason to do that.
Look, it's like
Caleb, how mischievous do you feel on a day-to-day basis?
Not this mischievous. Nowhere near. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah.
Getting that from somebody very close to me.
I mean, it's just like, these aren't the kind of pranks that I like. The kind of pranks that like inconvenience another person. It's just not
this
fun.
Totally harms people.
Yeah, this is just like, what are you doing? Do nothing. I don't know.
Yeah,
do nothing. Come on.
Yeah, this is just not a good prank.
35% of people agree with us.
They wish that they were funnier.
They are monsters.
Bad.
Oh no, a trolley is heading towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who is a serial litterer. What do you do?
I hate litterers.
As much.
Don't get me started, Forrest.
I'm very passionate about people who litter.
I saw someone throw like a balloon like in the fountain at Monroe Park. Like I saw him like go like that.
That's crazy. A balloon?
I watched that happen, and I got like over the fence and grabbed it out.
Yeah. Like, I'll stop the walking at the hangout to go pick up a piece of litter. It fucking infuriates me.
It's like, on top of just being environmentally stupid, it's also just so incredibly like lazy. If you're a person who litters,
God, you think you're so above waiting for a trash can?
Yeah, you can't put that wrapper in your pocket for a little bit.
Yeah.
You asshole.
You know how many napkins I just have in my pockets?
Dude, for a while, I would just have like heaps of trash in my backpack because like I don't want to litter, but I also just keep forgetting it's in there. So I'm like waiting for a trash can so I can dump this all out, but I always forget when there's one around.
And then I put it in the wash. I was like, oh yeah, there's a lollipop.
I'm like, what are all these Chewy Bar wrappers doing in here? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's where the Kit Kat went.
But what do you think, Caleb? So like we obviously all hate litterers.
We all do hate litterers, but at the same time, this is a decision that's more run on, I chose to kill this person because they did this. I think that is when it gets to a no, because you're choosing to kill somebody, or more, you're choosing to take away their life because they did something that you didn't like. And while it is a fundamentally bad thing, I don't think that it does affect other lives. Like, let's say they are notorious for getting rid of like plastic straws.
Yeah. That's also where individual onus on like global warming actually does apply, I think, is like when you're actively putting negative energy into the world just because you fucking can like, I think that's where like individually a little bit, it's you should not be doing that. I
mean, this is just a question of like, does more like morality play into like if this life is more worth living, I guess. And I think for this specific instance, like, while I do think a litter bug is a bottom 5 thing for a person to be, I don't think in this scenario I would feel good about like choosing to kill this guy just because I was like, this person is better, I guess. This person adds more value to society. But what about like, I'm just saying hypothetically, like obviously for this one, I think we're all leaning towards do nothing. Am I correct in surmising?
I pull the lever.
You pull the lever?
Yeah, the way that I look at the trolley problem is that you're making a direct choice either way. Like, you're either you're either choosing to not kill somebody or you're choosing to kill somebody or not choosing to kill somebody. So you're already choosing to kill somebody. In my mind, the lesser of two evils is choosing to kill somebody that is a larger negative impact to the world than somebody who is a larger good impact to the world. Like, for me, either way you're choosing. And not everybody agrees with that, right? Like, people would say if you do nothing, then you're not really choosing. But like for me, that in my mind, that's choosing.
You were choosing to do nothing, which is a choice. I mean, I just think I see it differently. I think I more so see it as like, how can I save the most lives, I guess? And while like,
but you're not saving any. It's net neutral in lives.
Yeah, that's why I'm being like, I'm gonna not do anything because this isn't nothing. I'm not saving more lives or saving less lives. This is just what's going on.
But at that point, you might as well get into semantics. For me,
that's fair. I just don't agree with that.
It's like when you're at a tie in a tournament and you're like, well, I guess we got to play another round.
I mean, yeah.
Like for me, that's like how I think about this. It's like I'm playing another round. Different,
but I understand the thought process behind that. What are you thinking, Caleb?
Half and half. Because where we started saying, okay, they're chronic for littering, but this isn't like inherently affecting people right now. It's still affecting lives though. Like depending on what they choose to litter. Like
you're also affecting the environment. Like you're affecting animal lives.
Yeah.
The life force.
The turtles.
The turtles. So are you pulling the lever or are you doing nothing? It's a toughie.
It is a toughie. I think while I can completely understand Forrest's decision, I don't think I would be able to make that decision. I would probably choose to do nothing because I still see it as 2 lives.
Awesome. And only 18% of people agree with us. All right. But I do understand where you're coming from, obviously.
No, I understand also where you're coming from. Yeah.
Oh, no. Due to a construction error, a trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode. And if you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity. What do you do?
Wait, what?
They can't leave?
They cannot leave, I guess.
They're not about that life?
They are not about that life.
So,
And I guess it's it says for eternity. Are these people living forever? Is
Okay.
No, I think eventually they die.
Okay.
Like, so basically it's like they're tortured. It's like, are you going to put them out of their misery?
A construction error. This was not.
Yeah, someone fucked up and made a perfect loop.
Someone fucked up, made a perfect loop, and it made it go on forever, and they can't stop it.
No.
There's no other way around it. Either the only way they can stop it is by exploding it.
Yeah, that is what is happening.
Which famously makes sense. Yeah. Famously.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Forrest?
I mean, yeah, I think like I think that I would like to put them out of their misery. I don't think like if there's truly no way for them to get out of this, I think that this is a pretty intense form of torture, and that like nothing better would come of it than that would in the long term be positive to them, which is like a weird choice that I have like no right to make.
Caleb, you're really loving this trolley going in a circle, man.
I was thinking about the chick.
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting on the fucked up chair. This thing could break at any moment.
Yeah, which would not be the first time it's happened on the pod.
Taking time off.
Yeah, what are you thinking here, Caleb? And for the audience, please take a shot every time one of us goes, "What are you thinking?" Please do that. All right, go ahead, Caleb.
You will die.
Please restart the episode and then
put me in. All right, I'm pulling. No, I might pull the lever.
You pull the lever.
It's an eternity. At some point.
These people are going to grow old in there. They're probably going to kill themselves. I'm, in a way, helping them.
It's like, I don't want to be the one to do it, but at the same time, nobody, I don't want to live that long.
No.
And I don't feel like I should be the one to make the decision for them, but at the same time, I'm thinking about their well-being. And that's where it becomes the heavy decision to pull the lever.
Yeah, it's like, who are you to decide their well-being? Like, you're like so not the person for this, but I fucking guess you are now.
61% of people agree with us. 25. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards your worst enemy. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know. What do you do?
Pull the lever.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not a strong believer in the death penalty.
No,
you know?
I think this is a pretty easy decision that only 49% of people agree with.
I almost have.
Oh no, a trolley is heading towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years each. Well, what are we going to do?
What?
So if we don't do anything, this guy's life gets cut in by 50 years.
Which is more than half of life expectancy.
And if we pull the lever, these people each get their lives cut by 10 years.
So it's net the same amount, but in effect, vastly different. If this guy's like in his 30s, he probably dies on the spot.
Yeah.
Considering the context, if they're not going to die, and if absurdly being hit by a train doesn't do anything to your body, doesn't mutilate
It does a lot to your body. It takes 50 years from it. Ages you 50 years.
But this ages you 10.
Or 10.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I go like, well, they're not going to die. While at the same time, they stay alive. And so is the other person. If I choose to do nothing, I'm taking away 25 years. I'm taking away 50 years of somebody else's life. Whereas only 10 would be affected. I feel like I would choose to pull the lever and tell the people just so they know.
You're like, hey, by the way, guys, this train's going to hit you. Don't worry. It only shaved 10 years off your life.
I imagine they feel it. They feel the 10 years leave their body.
Maybe.
But I mean, I think I would agree with you, Caleb, on pulling the... I don't know, actually, if you said that you would.
I would pull the lever.
I think I'd pull the lever because I know it's not more life is being lived by these people because it is like a net loss of 50 years. Yeah. But I think these people will have more chance each to live life instead of fucking over this one guy and he's only going to live to 32 or something.
I agree. Yeah. I agree super heavily. I think you're assigning somebody less than half a life.
63%. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending the trolley into the future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. What do we do? This is level 27 time machine. So do we send it to a time machine killing 5 people in 100 years that we'll never meet, or just kill the 5 people now?
I think in 100 years, if trends go as they are, life expectancy will be higher, and the technical value of life will also then be higher. Yeah. Therefore, it is more moral to kill the 5 people now.
That is actually exactly what I was thinking.
I was just gonna think you're choosing between 5 lives still.
It's also like if you're going to kill 5 people or not kill 5 people, I think they deserve to see you.
You owe it to them and their families to be there. You know, I
don't know. Like I think that it's kind of, there's something about like being present and like, a guy from 100 years ago killed you. Like, what the fuck is even that?
I don't even know. Yeah, we're choosing to do nothing.
Yeah.
And only 28% of people agree with us. 72% of people are cowards. Level 28, free will. Oh no, a trolley problem is playing out before you. But do you actually have a choice in the situation, or has everything been predetermined since the universe began?
I'm a strong free will believer.
I have a choice.
I mean, I agree.
I think we've been arguing this point
that we have
the whole time. Yeah. This is supposed to you're supposed to get to the end and it's supposed to trip you up, but we're not like 12.
Hey, you think I'm gonna have a mental crisis on this?
You think I'm gonna forget every choice I made and go, well, actually, 64% of people agree with us.
You know how many people have died so I can make these decisions?
That's it. We have solved philosophy.
And we only killed 59 people. That's not that many.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very, very poignant, very, very interesting.
Yeah. Caleb, how do you feel after killing 59 people directly?
Not good.
Good?
No.
You feel great?
You feel amazing?
Well, now I know.
What you got a taste of what it's like and you can't stop?
Now I know. Let me tell you. Now I know what to do when I end up in the trolley problem. I will rewatch this episode. I'll listen to whatever Caleb says and then decide from there.
Yeah.
But Caleb, we have a question that we always ask our guests.
Always.
Every single episode.
We've never
missed one.
Name one where we did. We can't because we never do it.
Right.
People often say that me and Forrest act very similarly. And to be fair, you know me more than Forrest.
Yeah, which is actually advantageous in this, I think.
Yeah, we wanted to know what you think is the difference between me and Forrest that isn't physical.
That actually matters. You know, obviously we're not racially the same or the same height or the same build, you know. But, you know, what counts is the mind.
Yeah.
The pink matter, the goop inside of our brain.
Yep.
I feel like I do need to spend more time with Forrest to get a definitive answer.
Hey,
but
I think he's a cool guy.
I said so as well.
Forrest sucks and George is awesome. End.
But from the vibe I've been getting off, he's a great guy, both of y'all. You know. But if I were to separate what makes y'all two different, number one, first thing that came to mind was goals. You both are going in two completely different directions in terms of careers.
Yeah, true.
As well as, I'm pretty sure you both have different motivations.
I would say so.
Reasons for doing it, yeah.
You know, I guess another thing would be, I'd say your taste in people could be similar. You are friends with a lot of...
I think our taste in people is quite similar.
Yeah. But it's
largely shared friend groups in the past. Yeah.
But it's
it's a deep question.
It's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And we always get very different answers. I mean, we had one person that said I was cerebral and George was strong in the mind.
I think she said I was passionate.
Yeah, strong in the passionate sense. You know,
someone said that my comedy translates better online and Forrest does in person. Yeah, so that's just a couple of little ones that we can.
Well, I'd say both
bring something out of you.
From that, I can definitely say both y'all don't got to worry about comedy. Y'all make something. All right. But my definitive answer is you're pursuing acting. You're pursuing the food industry and stuff like that. You both are really passionate about stuff like that. And I think going off of both of your drives, while they both may be very strong and you both want to pursue them, that's what sets you two apart in terms of where you're going to land. You both are going to go far. I have full faith in both of you to go as far as you can.
Would you say that me and Forrest are both men of taste in different ways?
What do you mean by that?
Forrest is food taste, and I'm acting taste.
Well,
that'd be a weird way to say that, but I fucking guess, man.
To be fair, you could argue that you do have some similar tastes, considering you ran George's lunch food review for how long?
There's a movie in that universe that was quite good.
Definitely enjoyed. We'll watch again.
Yeah, well,
but no, I think that's a great difference, and that's not one that we've heard before. And I like getting a new one.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming onto the pod episode.
Of course.
We loved having you.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a while, so it's an absolute treat.
Yeah, it's nice to see Forrest again.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. And you see me pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, comment down below which one of us was more ethical this episode.
Yeah. Was it ethical Esther? Me?
Which is Forrest. Was it ethical Eric?
Which is George? Caleb, come on.
Ethical Eobard.
Or was it ethical Eobard? Shit, it's this guy. That's awesome.
Fuck, nah, it's this guy. Don't even comment. We know who it is.
I guess it's all solved.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.